industry and every individual.
When we empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more,
we empower the world.
All right. It's fantastic to be back in Berlin, back in Germany. I was just thinking about this morning. I've been coming here, Microsoft's obviously been in Germany for now 4+ decades, and I've been coming back here, for all of my professional career at Microsoft over 30 years, across all the different tech platforms that I've had the privilege to participate in. In the early days, it was all about the PC client server. In fact, I spent a lot of time in Waldorf doing the R3 port to SQL Server, and then of course there was the web internet era, and then mobile cloud, and now here we are in what's the fourth big platform shift that at least I witnessed with AI. And it's always exciting, right? Those beginning years of anything new, I think is just an exciting time for all of us in tech, and quite frankly for all of the folks who are looking at this technology and its impact in the real world. And it's always helpful to start with a deep understanding of the underlying force, right? In fact, when I go back in '92 when I joined the company, it was very, very clear that there was a force called the Moore's Law that was driving the entire computing industry. In fact, I remember going to PDC as the Professional Developers Conference in '91, and sort of really it's a simple way to think about how the new work and workflow gets shaped. And so Pages is this new AI-first artifact in which I can take some of the information I've retrieved from the web, from my work databases, put it in, have even AI operate it, manipulate it, and then share it with my colleagues who can then, of course, in real time, even collaborate with me on it, right? So that is just a work system going forward. Now, we don't stop there. In fact, you go to the next step, you say, you can take the Copilot product or the interface and extend it using Copilot Studio to build agents. So the extensions of Copilot are agents. And in Copilot Studio is this low-code, no-code tool, right? Just like back in the day, we would take Excel and create spreadsheets, add formulas and macros. Similarly, creation of agents is similar to just that same process, which is you use Copilot Studio to create agents. In fact, the data that is available to you is this rich fabric, right? So you have everything inside of Microsoft Graph. So in fact, the most important database in any organization is the database of their people, their relationship with other people inside the organization, all of the work artifacts, whether they're documents, project files, all of that, emails, messages in Teams, everything is now available to you in a graph structure to be able to interrogate and make sense of. Of course, so this is fantastic to see. So it's not like we're waiting for this, or this is a POC somewhere, and the results will come, years in the future, but it's happening as we speak. And that's also being manifested. This is not just Microsoft data at this point. There's enough evidence across sort of the longitudinal studies that we've been doing across the usage of Copilot. And it is fantastic for me to even see all the examples in Germany, right? Bayer and Bearing Point and E.ON and Porsche and SAP and Siemens and Uniper. In fact, one cool example I saw today was from IU, which is obviously an international university that's doing some phenomenal work in educating people, and they built their assistant, Cynthia, and they built, in fact, an agent or a custom, a personal tutor, if you will, for the real world. So for anyone who is going into university there, but they have done a version of Cynthia for work, right? So in fact, to take the next step.
When it has everything that it needs, it takes that information and it drafts an email to that McKinsey partner summarizing exactly what it knows and exactly what it thinks should happen next. Now, all of that happened quite quickly, so let us just pause here for a moment to take a look at what it did. Essentially, we gave this autonomous agent some operational guidelines and then allowed it to take all of the information that came from the person through the email, parsing through the ambiguities of human language and matching this request up with the right McKinsey partner.
The agent will autonomously go and gather the relevant information from that source system, perform an analysis, and provide that analysis back to the fraud colleague. That always ensures that a human's in the loop. We actually built a working prototype in the space of a week.
It enables us to operate at scale and at speed, efficiently, accurately. It allows us to take control over areas that we need to be focusing on to improve our customer experience.
Thank you so much, Aaron. And that gives you a real feel for this new platform for AI-driven business transformation, right? From Copilot to Copilot Studio to agents to autonomous agents. At the end of the day, is a platform that you use to be able to change, whether it's marketing or sales or customer service or engineering or any function in any role, and really get that next level of productivity, right? So we can aspire to do more, and the best way to think about aspiring to do more is to be more focused on what customer value you can create. They also have they're also into healthcare with Medgate, and so just like auto is. The right programs, right? Whether it's Copilot, whether it's Adobe, whether it's SAP, or whether it is your next video editor, what have you, you will be able to take advantage of the entirety of the silicon that's available across the cloud and the edge. And that's kind of the future of what every software developer can do going forward. To just give you a little bit of a flavor for this next generation of Copilot plus PCs, let's roll the video.
Ganz tiefes Domänenwissen. Das Projekt
investigación.